So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we will explain three leetcode problems. So don't waste our time. Just I will start my sharing my screen and I will explain. So these are the three problems: missing numbers, uh, and the second one is the square roots, and the third one is the landing pair. So I will start with the missing numbers. So okay. So in the missing numbers, in the description, given an array nums containing n distinct number in the integer and the range 0 to n. Okay, is then the only number in the range that is missing from the array, meaning that you have given 0 to n range of number, and you need to check inside the inside the nums array there are any left element there are any missing element that you need to find. Okay, so what we can do, we are just uh, we 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 just sorted the nums using the sorting. We get the ascending order, means all are in the ascending order starting to 0 to n, right? And we are running one loop and checking them. If nums of I is not equal to I, means the I means 0, it will start with the 0 and it will increment by one, right? So if it's not, then it's that that I is a missing number, right? So we just return them. And if there are no elements 0 to, like, suppose we have a array, suppose in this case 0 and 1. If you are considering this, but in this case, we don't find any missing number, right? But there have one missing number. It's two, because the range is 0 to 2. So the 2 is the final we are printing. Yeah. So missing number. We are also considering this edge case. So this is the missing number case, and this is the square root problem. The, so we have given one variable, right? So this variable we need to find its a square root. It's a it's approximate value of square root. If it's point, if it's a floor value, then we need to print the f x, means near about value, right? Like suppose if 2 2 square root is 1.41, right? So the near about value is 1. So just like that, we don't need to print. So what we need to do, we can use brute force approach also, but here I am using the optimized version, optimized way. I use a binary search method. So in the binary search, uh, we are dividing the numbers into, we are dividing numbers, right? Uh, the in every time we are dividing by 2. What we are doing in the binary search, every time we are dividing by 2, means the time complexity it takes log of n, right? Because we are dividing every time by 2. We are start First of all, we need to take edge case. So edge case, if the x is less than 2, we return the x, right? And we are taking starting and ending point, starting with the 1 and ending with the because we are ending point we are setting with the floor value x divided by 2 plus 1, means already divided by 2, already the number divided by 2, because every number, uh, if we are dividing by 2, that the number is not, uh, the square root number is not more than this number, right? For suppose if we are taking the 8, If we are dividing by 2, means 4. If we are 4 into 4, it's become 4, 1 4, right? So the number is not more than 4, right? It's a smaller value or equal to anything that can happen. So we are taking this n number. Basically, square root means the numbers. Uh, if we are multiply the numbers with itself and it becomes the result, then its number is square root of the result, right? For suppose we have a 9 number, we want to find the 9 square root. So the 3 multiplied by 3, it becomes the 9. So 3 is the square root of 9 is a 3 is the square root of 9, right? So we are using the binary approach, and we are dividing by every time we are dividing by 2 and start according to starting point and ending point. Okay, and check square mid to the mid. If it's not, then start with the mid plus 1. If if the value is less than, square value is a less than, it's the less than of x, then start with the plus 1, right? And third one is the climbing stair. Climbing stair means the question, the description. You are climbing a staircase. It takes n steps to reach the top. Each time you can either climb 1 or 2 steps. In how many distinct ways you can climb to the top? Means there are no stairs. If there are no stairs, there is a possibility, right? There are no stairs. So uh, the climb will be 1, right? If there are no steps, the climb will be 1 because you need to take 1 step. If there are 1 step, then also climb can all can uh, or if there are 2 steps, if there are 2 steps, then uh, what are the possibilities? First is you can do one step 2 times, it becomes 2, and you can do uh, second step, means you can do 2 steps, means there are 2 possibilities, one and the 2, means there are 2 possibilities. Solution is become 2 possibilities, right? So I have used a DP memorization, memorize, right? So memorize means we are storing the value that have made before a result, right? We are storing every result. So that result we are accessing whenever we are need. So the first, whenever the initial state, there are 1 possibility. If there are 2 states, there are 2 possibility. If there are three states, there are how many possibilities? You can either 3 steps at once, or you can do 2 plus 1, right? 2, yeah, 1 plus 2. So there are 3 possibilities. So using this, we are running loop 2 to n, and we are storing the value, each and every results value, and finally we are printed them step. So that's all.